Did you know that right now, there may be someone in your life running a psychological program on your mind that you agreed to without ever being asked? Not a cult, not a scam, not something obvious, something so subtle, so embedded in normal human interaction that most people spend their entire lives inside it without ever knowing it has a name. Behavioral psychologists who study coercive control and influence patterns have identified a recurring cycle used by manipulative personalities. It appears in toxic relationships, in manipulative workplaces, in political persuasion, in advertising, in families, and the reason it is so devastatingly effective is because each phase of the cycle feels completely natural when you are inside it. It only becomes visible from the outside, and that is exactly what we are about to show you. The manipulation loop has 3 phases. Phase 1 is called idealization. In this phase, the manipulative person makes you feel extraordinary. You are seen, you are understood, you are valued. They mirror your interests, they celebrate your uniqueness. They make you feel as though you have finally found the one person who truly gets you. Psychologists call this love bombing when it appears in romantic relationships. But idealization doesn't only happen in romance. It happens when a new boss tells you you're the most talented person on the team. When a new friend treats you like their most important person immediately. When someone seems to understand you better than people who've known you for years. The purpose of idealization is simple. It creates dependency. It makes you need the approval of this person because the high they give you in this phase is so intense, your brain begins to crave it. And once the craving is established, phase 2 begins, and this is where the real control happens. Phase 2 is called devaluation. Once the dependency is established, the approval that came so easily before begins to disappear, gradually, inconsistently. The compliments become rarer, the criticism becomes more frequent, the warmth you felt in phase 1 becomes unpredictable. And here is the dark psychology of why this works. Your brain is wired to pursue intermittent reinforcement. This is the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. When reward is unpredictable, your brain intensifies its pursuit of it. You work harder to get the approval back. You become more anxious, more attentive, more focused on this person's mood than on your own needs. Studies show that intermittent reinforcement creates stronger behavioral conditioning than consistent reward, meaning the on and off approval of a manipulative person is neurologically more addictive than consistent love. This is not weakness. This is your brain working exactly as designed, being exploited by someone who, consciously or not, has discovered how to use it. Phase 3 is called discard. Or, if the manipulator wants to keep the loop going, it is not a discard at all. It is a reset, back to phase 1. The warmth returns, the compliments come back, the person you fell for in the beginning shows up again, and your brain, flooded with relief after the anxiety of phase 2, feels the idealization more intensely the second time. Because contrast makes everything feel bigger. This is the loop. Idealize, devalue, reset. Idealize, devalue, reset. Each cycle tightening the psychological bond. Each cycle making the exit feel harder. And the people caught inside this loop are not weak, not stupid, not broken. They are neurologically conditioned. The same way a laboratory animal is conditioned by intermittent reward. Now you have a name for it. The manipulation loop. Idealize, devalue, reset. Once you can name it, you can see it. And once you can see it, in real time, while you are inside it, its power begins to dissolve. Because manipulation operates in the dark. And you just turned on a light. Think about the most confusing relationship of your life. Does it have phases? Subscribe to Mindshift Facts Official. We reveal the psychological patterns that are invisible until they aren't. And comment below, tell me which phase resonated most. I will respond.